Okay, so what was I talking about here? Okay, we really should start the story a little further back. I'm trying to explicate Vighi as a substitute, as a masterization, a détournement, a vitiation of the truth that he gets from us, that he scavenges in our social media and other online output, and also from um, some of the finance people like Catherine Austin Fitts and John Titus, who are two different kinds of right wingers, um, but who are finance professionals and very knowledgeable. And Catherine Austin Fitts was really persecuted by the Treasury Department, whom she used to work for, and so she got a really good, she all the scales fell from her eyes about how governments work. She worked at HUD actually. So anyway, Vighi, the alternative that he's offering is designed to help you, let you feel seen about certain things that you're noticing and help you blow off steam about them, but to lead you, because his analysis is wrong, dead wrong. Um, it's supposed to lead you to a false conception of what your response should be and what the solution to these problems are. And mainly, I mean, the overwhelming thing, the real um, summary conception that he offers you is that you have to be passive or helpful to the ruling class to do what they're doing in order to save the yacht of state, or he keeps threatening, as Zizek did, and it's exactly the same vocabulary, and some of the stuff is obviously written by Zizek himself or plagiarized from him. Or he's threatening you with this apocalypse that has no details at all. All it is a vision. He's trying to evoke references to Hollywood movies, to the end of the world, to War of the Worlds, Independence Day, whatever, just some kind of breakdown in chaos. And kids have been diseducated. They used to teach civics in middle school and high school in America. In grammar school, we used to teach a little bit of econ 101. You know, people had a grasp of the functioning of society and what lay outside the state. And now they don't teach these things anymore, and kids just have a feeling that I mean, I'm talking about kids, I'm talking about 40-year-olds, have a feeling they're in an algorithm. They're really encouraged to feel the world is like a sim city, a computer program environment, that there's a hidden mechanism and that it could simply go on the fritz and then everything would break down. um, people's reaction to buy bottled water and stuff when they think that there's going to be a financial a stock market correction or stuff like this. There's an idea that the money actually makes the use values, which is the MMT crowd and its adjacents have also spent 10 years now vividly propagandizing for this idea that the state makes value. Not that it makes chits, money, which it does. It can, print an IOU, as many IOUs as it wants. It doesn't mean that they're worth anything. And people feel that the state can give them UBI in the sense that it could give them a basic living standard. Well, it could give them as many, units of its currency as they want. But that doesn't mean that that's living standard. What the dream of the people who want UBI is to be a billionaire. That is, or to be the shirt tail dependent of a billionaire. That is to be leisured and to own capital. That is to have slaves. They want the government to have slaves, and you get a piece of what they make: the coffee, the oil, the bananas, everything, the clothes, the electronics. Just printing money doesn't make any of those things appear. And the government is not, there's more and more encouragement, these stories. It's not just stories, but the politics are to encourage you to feel that you want that fascist state. You want the state to take over, to fuse with the ruling class, the proprietors, and manage the slaves and give you some stipend. That's what they're promising. And Vighi has created a masterization of our explanation of what the ruling class is doing with the banking in order to transform its money, which I'll explain now, why they would do that and why it's necessary. And when I say necessary, I mean really, really advantageous, and not doing it would be really, really disadvantageous. It would mean living with problems and dangers, which the ruling class doesn't like to do. So it's, I just forgot what I was saying.